Alright, so today we're back here again. Recently we came here and we did this front porch with some flagstone. Today we've been calling back out here to do the column. So we're going to do this, we're going to wrap this column with stone right around it. And I want to walk you through the process of how to do this. So with no further ado, let's dive right into the video. I give you a walkthrough, show you the stone, and afterwards we're going to dive right into it. So in our previous video, we did this stone work here with flagstone. Today we're back here to wrap this column with stone. This stone is from pemmican. We have two columns. We have this one here. We're going to remove the post and we're going to put a 4x4 in there, just like that one over there, and put stone from there, go all the way up. So this is my stone that I have here. It's a 3-dimension stone. It's from pemmican. This is the name of the stone. If you're interested of getting the same stone, the 3-dimension. So we start by removing our vinyl post. As you see this round post on the other side. Remove that and install a 4x4 pressure treated wood. Now we're just wrapping it. Just trying to secure the floor, being as we recently done the flagstone. I want to make sure we secure that, tape it up, so that way we have less cleaning to do after we finish our installation. So just put some tuck tape and some Tyvek over it. So I secure some brick ties into my post. Once the stone weight goes down on those brick ties, we won't be able to pull it up. As you see, we up top there we have some screws as well, anchor into the joist that's run from side of the house. That way, if there's any wind, my client, want extra security. Personally, I think it would be fine, but this is an extra security that you can also do if you like. So we just put some brick tie right around, and the stone gonna go right down onto it, so that way it can't move once the stone goes onto it. So now we start to install our stone. The size of this column is going to be around 15.5 inches. So these stones that you see here, we have Sanjay and Chris pre-cut them to around 11.5 inches. The first set of stone that we're laying, we're going to lay all stone right around 11.5 inches, and we're going to level them, make sure they're perfectly level right around. The mortar, the coverage of the mortar underneath, usually I go with a 1/2 inch coverage of mortar for my first set of stone that I laid. I want to make sure that the joint is fully compact. Now that I lay all the stone, you want to get your level. You put your level and make sure they're all level. And after that, we're going to go by getting our square. I want to make sure they're square. As you see here, I have 3 sides the same measurement, and then I have one side which is the inner side to the door. That side I go more closer to the 4x4 post, because I want, once I go up, I want it to be flush with a 3.5 inches hangover that I have way up top. Later on as I go in the video, you will see what I mean by that. And as you see here, I lay a jumbo stone, which would be the biggest size stone. Followed by that, I had some medium stone, and that's how we're gonna do it, just to keep breaking the band. As we go in the video, you will see, and I also have a video where we go through the 3 rules of how to lay man-made stone. So if you like, later on you can go and check out those videos. And if you get involved from this video so far, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed for more coming videos like this one. So I have Sanjay here setting up some reference line. You want to set up some reference line. Once you're laying a column this high, you always want to put 3 to 4 line right at the corner. That way you can put your stone right to the line as a guide or as a gauge, and follow that and go all the way up, straight up. Once you plumb your line, you want to get a tape measure, and you want to measure from the top and the bottom to make sure that you have the 15.5 inches or whatever number you're working with this, whatever size pier you're working with, just to make sure that you're right on.
Let me ask the boss. Hey, Kat, there for a second. You know that picture that we looked at that has the lights? About how high would you want them?
Oh. I don't know where they go.
Well,
What's
it
your
depends on the
suggestion?
type of light that you guys are planning to use. You know, you'll probably want him
like-
somewhere up here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
It
thinking.
just depends
Up
on, you know
there.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that. Okay.
Okay, I gotta go run and grab some octagon box.
And you want a wire too, right? If you
Yeah, I
can
got
get it.
wire. Does it?
Yeah.
It can just be 14 too, or does it have to be the metal shielded?
No, it doesn't have to be. It just be 42.
Okay,
Yeah, the box is
I have a bunch of that.
Hey Christopher, me see one of them medium have some crack in it, so look for you one them and cut the best out, the best one them. I don't want to use none of that crack in it. When installing a column, you always want to make sure you use the level on each stone that you're laid. You want to make sure that it looks level, because if you don't, then you can see it with your eyes that the stone is not level, or some of them is not level. So use that extra 1 second, sometimes 2 seconds to put your level on it and tap it down if it needs to. That way you have a nice professional looking work after you finish. So on this column we're gonna have some lights, so we're gonna install some octagon backs, and that way later on we can have some. So here I have Sanjay setting up our column post. This is the 4x4 pressure treated hood that we have installed here just to hold up the front pouch. You want to make sure that it's plumb 100%. We secure our own 4 screws to the top just to hold that in place, and also later on we're gonna anchor some 4 brick ties right around the foot, just like we did with the first one, to hold it down to prevent the wind from taking it up. You know, my client just wants some extra security there. So we're gonna go ahead and install our box for our light. We're gonna have 2 lights in our column. So here I'm doing my connection for my light that's gonna go on the column. I had here a 4x4 octagon box. Just pushing my wire through. I leave around an extra 1 foot 12 inches worth of extra wire for connection later on. We just roll it up and we just push it right up into the soffit. Later on they're gonna replace the soffit and do the connection later on. So for our box, you see here, we fall around 12 inches worth of wire in here to do our connection later. And I just run it right up inside of the socket up in there. Later on we can do our connection. Yeah, this is where we are so far. We're about 1 hour into the installation. So I'm here finishing off this one while Sanjay is over there preparing the other one for us to start lay. And that one, what I did, I used measurement to square it off, because normally I would run the first row down here and then I would run the first row over there and string a line across. But I use the same measurement over here. The measurement that over here, I transfer it over there and I square it across, because I'm the one who did the front pouch here and we already squared the front pouch, so we know that our pouch is square. So when you're ready to do that one, it should be perfectly square with this one that's already started. here earlier, I compressed my joint with my jointer. Now I'm just using a wire brush to rake the joint that way. And it's very important to wait till the mortar dry properly, because if you don't, then it will leave a mess onto your stone, and we don't want that. And as you see here, I use my broom and I only brush into the joints. I don't brush over the stone with the joints, because we don't want any form of mortar to go onto our stone. So now that I finished that one, now we're over here to the other one. So all we're doing now, we're putting some tape just to secure it, and we're also going to run a string line across just to make sure that it's square in line. Take some measurement to make sure that we're right on with our squaring. So finish that one over there. Now we're setting up to install this column. Just running a line right across, just to make sure that this one is square with the one that we already built. Just taking some measurement just to make sure that we have the same measurement from that one. We have the same measurement over here. Installing some brick ties into our 4x4 post. That way, once the stone go onto those, it will hold that down in place. Now we're going to do the same thing. Over here, we're going to lay 4 medium right around our column. And we want to level them, make sure that they're level and plumb. You see I put my level across, it's the same result as in plumbing the stone. And I have the same measurement to all 3 corners, and the inner side I go close up to the post because I want it to be more into the soffit overhead. Later on you will see that in the video. And as you see, I square it, make sure that all 4 stones are square with each other. While I'm doing a stone, I have Chris here setting up some reference line. Just like before, we want to go ahead and put some line all 4 corners, or maybe 3 corners if you're a professional. If not, I recommend you put 4 lines at all 4 corners. Make sure you measure the top and the bottom, make sure the measurement is the same. Now you want to bring your stone all the way to the edge or the end of the line. So you want to come just a fraction away from the line. That way your stone gonna be straight just as the line is. Now we're right up the same level as the other column that we already built. Now we want to install our octagon backs onto the same level that we did with the other column over the other side. Guys, well, there you have it. Hope you get value from this video. If you do get value from this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed for more upcoming video like this one. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.